met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge, well, 'tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
What should I get up to today? Puts me in the mood for a sausage.
Welcome to the we serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Always a pleasure. Fine wares.
What am I supposed to do?
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
This looks as good a place as any.
You seem in fine spirits.
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. What my thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the... That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the watchhead's wife, to be I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice. And each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have had enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done?
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Lots to do. A precious little time.
Whatever am I to do?
Apologies, but I can't offer you a...
Fine. Out of the car.
What delights might there be to find in town today?
We've arrived. It's a thankless job, this.
I'll have an early supper.
I'll not take that from you.
Got nothing to fear if I keep my wits about me.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
Time to be heading home. One of the...
Apologies, but I can't...
Suppose I ought to check the wheels before we start.
Times are hard.
Nobles do nothing. Doesn't sweetmeats and ale.
I kill for some decent
Gotta
sleep.
take opportunities as they come, I say.
I'll need to replenish my stock before long.
This ain't my problem. I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Time to be heading home.
That's quite enough!
Want to creep up on me.
Just about anywhere right now.
My feet always take me here.
Apologies, but I can't offer...
This job better be worth it.
I'm in no rush.
Bloody early.
I'll have an early supper.
One must take pride in their charge.
Barely slept a wink.
Come to think of it, different masters favoured different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Avoid flame at any cost arisen. You have been doused in oil.
Our encampment thanks, and will overwhelm our
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll...
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Arisen! Are you alright?
Battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment. You have my support.
Wish me to return? At once, Master.
Think nothing of it. Well said. My curative magics are at your disposal. It's right there. Aught fell from the beast that it breathed its last. Such a magnificent tapestry of stars. Right you are. Mayhap this time you use your lantern, Master. Now then, which way? Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution. We've got choppers! It is weak to fire.
That was outstanding, if I do say so myself.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
I'll have to remember this.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to... Of course. Nothing's free in this world. 'Twould benefit us all if the roads were safer. Do stop by again.
What you need of me?
I'll go and open the chest.
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
I'm not interested.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a sin. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? As you like, sir. Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are. Naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, but don't worry yourself. I can't offer you any help, though. Village still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't it?
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that?
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness spawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands. How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. As you like, sir.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Don't bring trouble to my door. Don't bring trouble.
Here to ask aught of me, are you? Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, I've lived in this village. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
Fine.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might it's good to be busy. Work begets opportunity. Do come again.
Got something for me?
Can't say I have any tidings to...
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to...
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions. What figures you'd want to know about him? We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word. But I suppose I can tell you the situation being. His real name is Dara. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the folk, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the title. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he... Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential. Hello?
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while? Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Let's see a look at my wares.
Party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
No challenge is beyond our combined might. I quite agree. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment. Master! Ice is not a threat here. We may have to rethink our strategy.
over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled? Fretting will get us nowhere. Let us pick a path and see where it takes us.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there? Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use. We ought to take a closer look. There we are. That ought to keep me light on my feet. Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. This is generally used as a material.
I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I...
I'll not take that from you. This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
We have reached our destination. Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I... Come back any time. Fine wares all... Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the... I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However... but of course... I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till... And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will a clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. The spider has woven her web rather carefully. Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt? I believe I can... guide you to the person in question.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope, should you continue to display such valor. And ere it slips my mind.
And with that, our task is done. Indeed, you've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns. Splendid. It seems we must venture to Trevo Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Vernworth. Pray,
there is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now. Would that I could undertake the task myself. What say you, your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Pray, follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve.
Welcome. This isn't much to go on.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the
Lonely place.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling